Figured I'd go live out here. I'm just sitting at the end of my lunch break. We got a storm coming in. Figured I'd sit out here for a few more minutes before the storm hits because it's supposed to rain for I think like the next week. Been getting a bunch of stuff through the shop lately. There should be a bus video going up tonight. It's already live on Patreon. I was going to wait till towards the end of the day today so they all had a chance to get it watched, and then I'll post it live for everyone else here on YouTube. Next week, we've got that Chevy there. It's got a C7 cat in it. We're going to be doing head gaskets on it. Next week, between the raindrops, we should be putting the leaf springs in Sage's bus. The video that's going to be going up later tonight is on that MCI of Tom Feller's. I'm trying to think what else we got sitting out here. Trans come out of that 7.3, blew the front seal out of it. GMC behind it there is getting an engine. I got to do all the brake lines on that. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually going to end up hitting here or not. It's looking like it might just break apart and go north of us to Danville. But we've already had some pretty big wind gusts and a decent temperature change. It already dropped about 10 degrees out here. I know there's a pretty good storm this morning that woke me up. Also got woken up by my roommate telling me I forgot to shut the door all the way on my truck last night, so my driver's seat was soaked this morning. But it started. I thought it was kind of a dead battery. Oh, there's some thunder. I mean, we're decently booked up right now as far as the shop stuff goes. I did mention the other day that I'm not taking any more customer work. Between the bus I have here, Sage's bus that I'm helping him with, and I have that Cummins that I'm working on for a customer of mine, I'm not taking any more projects in because I've only got about 2.5 months left in Indiana before I move down to Tennessee. So that kind of is putting a stop to the stuff I do, because anything I'm working on here, it's not that it's not a priority. It is. I work on them any chance I get, but I also have to keep, all of this stuff going to keep the shop open and the lights on. I mean, I'd love to just mess with buses all the time, but out here, I mean, you got to do stuff like the brake lines in the Ford, or transmission in that one, the engine in that. Like I said, the head gasket's getting done on that. That should be next week. Got an excavator out back that needs injectors, and I got to repack a hydraulic cylinder on it. There's always stuff going on out here. It's just trying to juggle all that and keep it all going. Looks like the big part of the storm's going to miss us, though. Texas. I believe Sage is going to be going back without me on this next trip. I'm pretty well covered up right now for a while. Like I said, the stuff I have to get done here, on top of the shop projects, I've got to do transmission work in my sister's Mercedes. I've got to do some work on my mom's BMW. I need to rebuild the transmission in the dually. There's a bunch of stuff that I have to get done in 2.5 months, so it doesn't really look like I'm going to be traveling out of state for anything. I have one thing down in Tennessee I have to go do. Other than that, though, I'm really not going to be on the road until after the move. I've just got way too much stuff around here to take off. So I believe he's going to have someone else go with him down there, maybe try to find somebody a little bit more local to help him get the last couple things finished up and then get it back. I thought he was going to have a video up this week about it. We'd had a phone call the other day. Oh, just saw some lightning. Yeah, we had a video the other day, or a phone call they recorded of going through all the stuff that was left on it that we knew that we needed to work on and all that stuff. Oh, someone just said that this storm is dropping 1/2-inch hail. That's great. Well, good news is the truck I care about is in my garage. I mean, it may never leave my garage because it gets buried in with all my other trucks, but I don't have to worry about hail. Yeah, I love watching Sage's channel. His What It's Worth series on those silver sides, I was I put it on as something to watch in the background while I was doing some office work, and I ended up ignoring my work for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours watching that video. From my house to the property, about 5.5 to 6 hours, depending on traffic and which way I take. There's a little bit faster way that takes more interstate, and there's a back way I can take, which is nicer when I'm pulling a trailer. Someone just said in the live stream that this storm's dropping 1/2 inch hail.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching it. It looks like it's going to hit North and Danville more, though, than us, but I figured I might as well just take an extra couple minutes out here and enjoy the weather before it goes. Because, it's about to be, like a week straight of rain? And this is our first really decent day. And you wouldn't know it just by looking out the back door of the shop.
No.
Out the back door, it's just a little breezy, but it hasn't. It's not dark south of here.
Nope, that looks decent.
Yeah.
There's lightning.
I missed it. I've only seen one lightning strike so far. It's actually pretty quiet for how bad it looks.
Yeah, there.
Someone's asking what Sage's channel is. If you look for VW Sage, you should be able to find him. I need to post a link. I'll do that later on the community tab. Starting to make some noise. Someone asked about moving the business when I go down to Tennessee. I am doing that, but I am also changing up some more of what I do. I'm not doing as much as I do out here. I'm kind of specializing more. I still love doing heavy equipment. I'll still do mobile heavy equipment work, but I'm not going to be doing as much general automotive. My goal is to not have to do any general automotive work. Just buses and then heavy equipment. Ideally, if I could set the shop up for anything, I would just want to do in-frame and out-of-frame rebuilds, but I don't think I have enough work to be able to do that yet, especially now with having to build a new shop. Yeah, Indianapolis, someone just said it's straight that way. I live in the city, so I drive from there all the way out here, which Amo is the next county over. It's in Hendricks County, but it's almost on the line with the next county after that, which is Putnam. If you get on this road to the curve, you just keep going that way on the first road. You're like 3 miles from Putnam County. It's closer to go to Greencastle from here than it is to go back to Plainfield. Or Danville. Danville has it. The only actual business in town other than here is the Amo General Store over there and the dog groomer. I see someone said, what's up from Chicagoland? What part of Chicagoland? I'm originally from Lake County, Indiana. I used to live in Crown Point and St. John. But I worked in Chicago. I worked for a company that was based in Linwood. Also worked out of their shop in Sauk Village. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Or sticker, sorry. It looks really weird on my phone when it comes through. Yep, Heritage Lake. It's that way. I was just out there the other day at the gas station in Groveland. Still haven't gone over and walked across the street yet to see if that bus is parked over there. Actually, looks like this is going to be the darkest and worst part of it right here. I can really hear the wind whipping down the street. This probably sounds terrible for you guys too. I know you guys hate wind noise, but I can barely remember to keep my phone charged, let alone to bring recording equipment to deal with wind. I mean, I lose my tripod on like a daily basis. I almost left it on a tractor the other day. I'm probably going to hop off here because the way it's sounding, this wind is just going to keep picking up and you guys won't be able to hear me in a minute. Timing chain replacement on a 5.4 and an F350 3-valve truck. I don't even think it's 8 hours to do that job. They're really easy. There's a lot of room in a 5.4 truck because it's made to fit a 6.8 or a power strip. So when you get the fan out and get the radiator off the front of it, not the radiator, the shroud, there's tons of room to work inside of there. They're easy. 5.4s are really easy to time. You really don't need a lot of tools. Thank you for the sticker, Eric. Oh, it's raining. That came out of nowhere. All right, guys, it's getting wet out here, so I'm going.